Have you ever failed so badly that you thought life was over? A job loss, a breakup, a dream that fell apart after years of work. In that silence after failure, you start asking questions. Why me? What did I do wrong? And will I ever recover? But what if failure isn't the end? What if it's training? That's how the Stoics saw it. Not as defeat, but as a test of character. Welcome to Stoic Blend, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, we'll uncover 5 Stoic lessons that turn failure into strength, and how you can rise from setbacks with more clarity, calm, and courage than ever before. Lesson 1. Failure reveals your false beliefs. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is endurable, then endure it." Stop complaining. Failure exposes illusions, the things we thought defined us, titles, money, relationships. When they collapse, what's left is you. Think of the layoffs in America, people suddenly stripped of status, routine, and identity. Many lose themselves because they confuse what they do with who they are. Stoicism teaches your worth is internal. Failure simply removes what's temporary, so you can rebuild what's eternal. That's how 5 Stoic lessons that turn failure into strength begins. Not with pain, but with perspective. Lesson 2. You are tested by how you respond, not by what happens. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You can't control the loss, but you can control the story you tell about it. In modern life, when failure hits, a rejected startup, a failed exam, a public embarrassment, most people drown in shame. But Stoicism teaches composure. Pause and ask, what can this teach me? What part of this is still under my control? Every setback is a mirror showing your inner discipline. If you stay calm, you haven't lost, you've leveled up. Lesson 3. Failure trains resilience through voluntary hardship. Seneca often practiced voluntary discomfort, sleeping on the floor, eating simple meals, so that when real adversity came, it wouldn't shock him. He wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." In America today, people chase comfort, but comfort kills resilience. Every challenge avoided is a strength unbuilt. So when life knocks you down, see it as resistance training for the soul. The heavier the failure, the stronger the recovery. That's the Stoic gym, pain as progress. And that's the heart of 5 Stoic lessons that turn failure into strength. You grow not despite failure, but because of it. Lesson 4. Failure humbles the ego and purifies your intentions. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." When success comes easily, ego grows quietly. Failure strips it away. It reminds you that you're human, not invincible. Think of athletes who lose championships, entrepreneurs who go bankrupt, creators who get rejected online. The pain of failure often returns them to purpose. It asks, why did you start in the first place? If it was for approval, failure destroys you. If it was for growth, failure refines you. The Stoic doesn't chase applause, they chase alignment. That's how humility becomes the foundation for strength. Lesson 5. Failure is your invitation to begin again, wisely. Marcus Aurelius faced endless military defeats and political unrest, But each morning he rose and wrote in his journal, "Begin again." He didn't cling to yesterday's failures. He saw them as material for today's wisdom. When something breaks, it doesn't mean it's worthless. It means you have a chance to rebuild better. Kintsugi, the Japanese art of repairing pottery with gold, is deeply stoic in spirit. What was once broken now shines with character. The same applies to you. Your scars are proof of survival, and your recovery is your masterpiece. That's how 5 Stoic lessons that turn failure into strength transforms pain into power by making every ending the start of renewal. Let's recap. 1. Failure reveals illusions. It shows you what's real. 2. It tests your reactions, not your luck. 3. It builds resilience through discomfort. 4. It humbles ego and clarifies purpose. 5. It invites you to begin again, wiser than before. In Stoicism, failure isn't a verdict, it's a curriculum. Every loss is a lesson, every fall a rehearsal for strength. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way that's not philosophy. That's freedom." So when failure knocks next time, don't flinch. Thank you for visiting, because that moment is where your strength begins. If this message spoke to you, pause, breathe, and remember, you are not failing, you are forging. Like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Blend for more wisdom on mastering life through calm and clarity. And tell me in the comments, what failure in your life has taught you the most?